Alrighty, what's up everybody? Peter Joseph here on a Friday afternoon, August the 30th, 2024. The final days of August. It is Labor Day weekend, the unofficial end of summer. Thank you all for watching right here on the Peter Joseph YouTube wrestling channel, youtube.com/Peter Joseph. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video and subscribe right now to this very channel and my other channels down there. You know where they are, in hell, otherwise known as the description box below. So we show your love and support and all that good shit. Friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Share the video all over the internet. Don't forget to tap that bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next video. Because if you miss anything, you pretty much need to get slapped in the face because you're SOL. And you know what that means. Ha! And just say belch really loud. I don't give a shit. But it is what it is. So, once again, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. And follow me on social media. Share the video over the internet. Don't forget to leave a comment. But don't leave stupid comments. You go bye-bye. And don't forget to hit that bell for more. And if you're new here, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. You sit back, relax, grab a cold one, whatever you got, and enjoy the show. If you like it, great. You don't, get the fuck out of here. And go suck some, yeah. Get out of here, go suck somebody else's dick. I don't give a shit. Whatever. Hey, that rhymed. But anyway, we move on with that. Alright, so for the newbies, welcome. For everybody else, welcome as well to the show. August the 30th, 2024. Happy Labor Day weekend. Hope you have a safe and enjoyable Labor Day weekend. Be safe, be well. I know it's going to be storming here in the Northeast. It's windy today. It's cold. Not that cold. It's 73 degrees right now. Tomorrow's going to be a little bit warmer. It's supposed to get back up to 82 by Sunday and then Monday, and then kind of goes down a little bit and then back up a little bit. You know, kind of a roller coaster of summer we have, but you know, just today, today's very cloudy, it's really murky, overcast. Tomorrow they said it might be the better day of the weekend. Like Saturday night into Sunday morning, and most of Sunday is going to be all washout. And Labor Day should be okay, so if you want to go out and do your barbecues in the backyard or the front yard or whatever you're going to do it, depending on where you live, you can do that. But if it is raining and, thundering and Satan's going to come down and kill you, then take all your plans and go indoors and be safe. And that's that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we got a lot to talk about today. A lot of videos coming your way. I got this one. I got this video. I got to do my Bash in Berlin predictions, which is the next video. Then I'm going to do my TNA and Ring of Honor review, pretty much before SmackDown. Then later tonight, the final video of the night, if I'm awake, for your fourth video, your SmackDown review. We got that. Bash in Berlin is at 1 p.m. tomorrow, so we're going to watch that. Then I'm going to be out from pretty much most of the night, and then when I come back late tomorrow night, I'm going to do Rampage and Collision review, and then I think I'm missing one. And then I'll do Bash in Berlin Sunday along with my predictions for No Mercy, and then I should be okay. I don't think I'll be off a video if I have to do it on Monday, which I really probably will not do any videos on Monday. Maybe a small vlog, but that's pretty much it. But I think Monday is probably my actual, well, I'm going to be off the entire weekend, but video-wise, I'm going to do it early because my plans are later in the day, so we got that. So please hit that bell so when I put any videos up on my respective channels, hopefully you'll be notified when those videos go up, and that's that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Well, not all ages, but, what it is, what it is. As long as you're over 18. But in any case, welcome to the show. Happy Friday. Now, for those of you who watched last night, I did a video on my epically legendary rant channel, PG Rant, talking about the whole Nikki Bella situation with her husband Artem getting arrested yesterday for domestic violence. He is out on $25,000 bail. So I don't know if he's back in the house with Nikki. I hope not. Nothing from Nikki, or pretty much anything, since last night, since I did that video. But, let me see if they have an update, if I can get on Google. Let me see if they have an update. I'm at Nikki Bella, Nikki Garcia. Alright, let me see if there's any updates regarding, Nikki Bella today. Oh, we do. We do. Oh, boy. Yep, and as I figured it out, there was a argument between Nikki and Artem. That's what led to the fight, and the only thing he can do is Artem is either defending himself, or he was a complete dick and attacked her. But let me get to the story from the New York Times. So this is a little bit of an update before we get into the AEW Dynamite review. Okay, so we're not going to talk about everything. Alright, so this is what happened. This is from the dispatcher, from the 911 dispatcher. The 911 operator relayed the message from the Dancing with the Stars Pro 42 to officers after Chignessa called emergency service line to request medical assistance. Okay. In the call obtained by TMZ today, the 911 operator says, initially this came in as requesting medical, but now the RIP, meaning reporting party, or probably was Artem, or it could have been, well, it probably was Artem, I think, is stating, yeah, it was him, is stating he got into an argument with his wife, and his wife threw shoes at him while Mateo was there. Uh-oh. I bet you nothing Nikki found out that Artem's probably cheating. There has to be. I mean, there's no other reason why somebody throws a shoe, honestly. I mean, unless you're Tony Storm, but, or Mariah May these days, but, Everybody's like, watch out for the shoe! But anyway, the dispatcher adds medical en route, and then that was taken away. Anyway, so Artem and his wife Nikki were at the Napa Valley home with their son Mateo, who's 4, after celebrating their second wedding anniversary Monday. And, well, when officers ask if there's a description of the injury, the 911 operator responds, negative, not at this time. Hard to get info. There's an active 415 in the background, which means disturbing the peace. No, not by, Chris. But anyway. Dispatcher continues, we're trying to get the two parties to separate. A source connected to the ongoing investigation, previously told the outlet that Artem called 911 before calling back minutes later to tell EMTs not to come. That's why they went back to their stations. And then the operator is heard saying RP is stating no medical assistance is needed. And before the call ends, the dispatcher says there is a 4-year-old child on the scene. The responsible RP's wife currently has the child. Parties are separated. So somebody had to leave the house. I'm assuming Nikki. This was placed at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time here in the Northeast. Artem was arrested pretty much an hour after that. Meanwhile, Nikki, who is 40, has asked for considerate treatment during a difficult time. Oh, she is fucked up. She is like scared. She's having anxiety issues. I can probably tell what's going on with her. For any person that's gone through domestic violence and shit. Not that I have, but I could probably tell what she's going through. Like, she's scared. She doesn't know what to do. She's angry. She's scared. She's pissed off, angry. She's got to worry about Mateo now because he's 4 and saw all that crap. So he's traumatized, most likely. So anyway, a representative for Nicki told the New York Post today, this is a private matter and Nicki asked for privacy for her and her family. Meaning, I guess, Brie and Bryan Danielson and the kids. But, let's see here, yeah, Nicki's been pretty much tight-lipped through this whole thing. But prior to that, she posted an Instagram story about getting a facial at a Napa spa. Not that type of facial, you fucking sick fucks. So Nicki posted lyrics to Elvis Presley's Can't Help Falling in Love. I was when you know that song. That was covered by UB40. Great cover, by the way. Explaining in the caption that this song is our love story. And then she added, I'll never forget where I was when I asked Jesus about Artem, having a conversation with he and God, him and God, how my feelings felt too soon, it all felt too fast. And then this song came on, that's when I knew I was falling in love with him and that it was all meant to be. Or so it was. Blah, 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 blah. And like I said, Artem was jailed. He has a mugshot, which is on the New York Post website, NewYorkPost.com. You want to get it. He was released on bail, $25,000 bail. Released that yesterday afternoon, and then that's out. The mugshot's out later. Representative told this. For the sheriff's office told TMZ that officers responded to a domestic violence call and took Artem into custody. They confirmed that the alleged victim has asked for total confidentiality, so meaning privacy. So I get that. In the wake of this, his former Strictly Come Dancing partner Fern Britton's comments about their time together on the show have resurfaced. 67-year-old claimed her partner kicked and shoved her. Wow, so he has a history of this shit? I figured. This was all about, he had anger issues, he's just a fucking prick. That's what he is. Let me see if I can, stop the... So yeah, he kicked and shoved her while on the show. She revealed in a 2015 conversation with the New York Times newspaper that Artem would look at my feet and just kick me and shove me. The fuck? She recalled in when they were eliminated on the show's 10th season, 2012. Called Artem allegedly telling her earlier, "You just stand there and don't move. I dance around you." So he has some he has like a Napoleon complex, and like he tells everybody what to do. He's like Hitler almost. You know. So she's like, I would say, oh, please just kill me, it would be easier, or what was his other one? If you go for a cup of tea now, I will blow off like an atomic bomb. Damn. So he has some anger problems. I think he needs to go to anger management. So, she also said that Artem did, this is in 2012, before he even met Nicki, that her and Artem did love each other for a moment or two, but he wasn't charm personified. I did kind of enjoy it, but it was grim at the same time. Artem responded to that, telling the Daily Express in 2015, I believe I treated Fern with respect and genuine care, and these claims about me are the opposite of everything I believe in and the person, and I don't know what I'm he's talking about. I believe in and the person I am. Okay. Then he says, I cannot imagine what has prompted such statements which come as a shock. Artem is supposed to be a part of season 33 of Dancing with the Stars, which premieres September 17th on ABC. I doubt that's gonna happen now. Because now he has a big, huge problem. 1, he has anger management issues. 2, him and Nikki, you know, just went at it, and now Nikki's probably with Bree and Bryan Danielson and the 2 kids, Buddy and Birdie. And she's just like laying low. She's like, I'm not going back to that house with that maniac in there. So yeah, so to go back to my rant video, Artem, you are a piece of fucking shit. You need to go back to jail. And you need some type of fucking counseling, sir. You need anger management counseling. Because if you've done this before, there's a pattern here. There's a big, huge problem. And he has a pattern of this shit. I can only imagine if Nikki divorces this guy, what's going to happen to him. He's going to go pretty much off the rails on a crazy train, like Ozzy would sing. But, I mean, God forbid he finds another chick and this shit happens again. I think the next chick better call it the National Guard to kick this guy's ass. I mean, Nikki could have kicked this guy's ass in her sleep. But, you know, these things happen. I don't know what the argument was about. It could be a number of things. You know, Nikki might have found out that Artem was cheating on her. That she heard something on the internet. And Artem's like, you know, trying to defend himself. And then they're screaming at each other right in front of a 4-year-old fucking kid. Who's now traumatized. And then Nikki throws not one but two, probably both her shoes right at Artem. I don't know where the injuries came from. Maybe the shoe hit him in the head and he's got like blood on him and shit. Then again, he could have just like moved out of the way, try to grab Nikki and, you know, try to say, shut up, you know. And then maybe Nikki got bruises. I don't know. I don't know what Nikki's side of the story is. I know there's always 2 sides to a story. But they were fighting even with the freaking 911 dispatcher on the phone, trying to find out what the hell is going on. So like I said, I don't know if Nikki, I think Artem called because there was a big argument and Nikki was going crazy. You know how Nikki sometimes gets, or where Bree gets all into Bree mode. You know, Nikki can get, you know, wacko off the alcohol. Now, we've seen that on Total Bellas and Total Divas and all that other shit. But, I don't know. It's just, you know, I feel bad for Mateo. He's 4 years old now, so he is traumatized beyond belief. That's really the update right now, so. But, yeah. You never want to hear things about domestic violence, especially with a kid around. So. And it is what it is. That's that. Alright, let me go back once more. There might be some more new stuff coming out. I mean, the story I did for the New York Post was almost an hour ago. People magazine says Nikki Garcia asks for privacy after Artem's arrest. Artem's wife Nikki breaks silence. Oh, maybe I can read that. Let me read that from Fox News. And then we're going to go into the review, and then we'll finish everything off. Because I want to keep up to date. I could have done a different video, but I wanted to put it in. Let's see here. Alright, well, we know Nikki's asking for privacy. A rep for Nikki, whose name is, we know that. She says, this is a private matter. Nikki asked for privacy for her and her family. Okay, so that's pretty much what I just explained. So yeah, Nikki probably took Mateo to another somebody her mom's house, or he took her to Bree's house. I don't know where they went. Pretty much, I'm reading the Fox News story, and that was basically like the same stuff I talked about before. To put their time together, they're getting married and all that shit, and I don't want to even care about it. Alright, so I'm just gonna go with that. Alright, so yeah, so that's the update. Nikki requests privacy from this situation. She'll eventually, when she wants to come out and talk about this, she will. As far as her and Arnhem go, I don't know. They might have just separated for a while. The cool off. I don't know if it's going to lead to divorce, or maybe Arnhem will just come out and say, I'm sorry for this shit happened. I'm gonna fix myself. I'm gonna go into rehab, or anger management rehab, or some type of rehab, and just fix myself, and then hopefully that'll work. Maybe Nikki will give him another chance. I doubt it, but you never know. But it's just one of those situations when something happened. I don't know like I said, I wasn't there. I don't know what was said. But next thing you know, Nikki's throwing shoes at Arnhem for some odd reason. So Nikki could have been drinking right in front of the freaking kid, idiot. It could have been that. It could have been Arnhem cheated on Nikki, and then Nikki somehow found out. It could be a number of things, but that's all I get. That's what it is right now. So. But I hope Nikki's okay. I know it's been another traumatic experience for her, because she's been raped twice. She's been slut-shamed and everything. I came out, I think me and a bunch of people came out calling the Bellas sluts, and they slept their way to the top. He was even put in a storyline. Remember AJ's bomb, pipe bomb? I think she said, what did she say to them? It's like, talent is not sexually transmitted, or something like that, or beauty is not sexually transmitted, and that pipe bomb. So I think, even AJ, I think, was talking about, like, the Bellas was, like, sleeping behind the scenes with all the guys. Nikki went out with John Cena. She went out with Dolph Ziggler. She probably slept with pretty much half the men's locker room. Same thing for Brie, before she even got with Bryan Danielson. And Nikki's already had enough heartbreak by dumping that bitch John Cena, because she wanted kids. John didn't want kids because he didn't want the responsibility. He still doesn't, because he's too busy. Nikki's like, well, if I'm going to find somebody else to knock me up, she finds this guy. They were married for 2 years, 4-year-old kid. Now, we got a domestic violence issue. She can't win. She can't find the right guy. I really thought that her and Dolph could have had a great marriage and kids. Maybe even Dolph says, like, I can give you what you want. I can give you kids. And this is when she was going out with John Cena, but she didn't want to hurt John. And John would have knocked Dolph Ziggler into next millennium if he found out. He probably did see that episode, I bet, but it is what it is, and that's pretty much it. All right, so Nikki, I hope you find peace and happiness. And Arnhem, you're a piece of shit. If you go to rehab. Just go to anger management, get some help, go to a counselor, do something. Because now you got to worry about the kid being traumatized for the next few years. And maybe for life. He might be scarred for life. I don't know. But hopefully, when he gets older, he'll forget about it. Because, you know, as people get older, you start to forget things. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. You know. But it is what it is. Alright, that's enough about Nikki. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on this murky... Yes, Lurky. What are you on to, Lurky? Murky, I saw Rainbow Blade today! Murky! Rainbow Blade! Let's go get Rainbow Blade! You idiot. It's Cloudy. She's sleeping. Ah, Murky, come on! But anyway, on this overcast, not that cold, Friday afternoon, August the 30th, 2024, right here on the Peter Joseph channel. I'm Peter Joseph, but you knew that. I'm a content creator, talk about the wonderful world of professional wrestling or whatever the fuck I want to talk about. You like it? Great. You don't? Go fuck yourself. And that's it. Alright, really quickly, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to the video. As the title below says, it is time for your late and out-of-date AEW Dynamite review for August the 28th, 2024. We're done with All In and now on the road to Chicago, Illinois next Saturday night for All Out. So we went all in, now we're going all out. In, out, like my dick in your mama's ass. But it is what it is. And we got that. Alright, so was a pretty good show, like I said, 691,000 views, so it went up a little bit. So it did beat NXT in the ratings, because NXT did 615,000 this week for their go-home show, even though it was taped. SmackDown's probably going to get a bad rating, too, because it's taped tomorrow. Ready, the spoilers are out, but I mean, it is what it is. Drew McIntyre just went off at the kickoff show on CM Punk and some of the fans. That was great. Randy Orton and Walter face-to-face was freaking epic. And that's all I saw. I haven't seen anything with going Liv and Dom and Mommy and Poppy Priest. But you know, we got all that. So this is, by the way, tonight is the final show that Corey Graves and Wade Barrett will be on SmackDown, because as of Monday we got new commentary teams on Raw. We got Joe Tessitore, the new guy, you know, from the MMA. So Joe Tessitore and Wade Barrett will be on Monday, and this next Friday night, we got Michael Cole and Corey Graves. So they went from Raw this past Monday, going to SmackDown next Friday night. So no big changes. I mean, Cole and Graves go to SmackDown, and then when Pat McAfee comes back in January, I would assume that Cole will go back to Raw and be with Pat McAfee for the Netflix premiere, and going forward until August. And then Wade Barrett will go back to SmackDown. So it's gonna be like I don't know how it's gonna go when Pat McAfee comes back. If Corey Graves will go back and do a three-man team with Joe Tessitore, if he even stays there. So we'll have to see what happens on Monday. See how Joe Tessitore does. He thinks he's hot shit. But we'll pretty much see what happens with that. Alright, let's get to the review for AEW. It was a pretty good show. We heard from Bryan Danielson. Yes, the new AEW World Champion. What's going to happen with him? What his first title defense is going to be. What's going to happen now that he won the title? Now what happens? We know he has neck surgery coming up at the end of the year, so he's not going to be wrestling pretty much for the next couple months. But we'll talk about that as well. But what we have to talk about at the top of the show, after we get a recap of Bryan Danielson winning the belt at All In from Swerve. I'm going to hear from Swerve as well tonight. Well, not tonight. We heard him on Wednesday night. So we start the show off with really odd music. I don't know, we're like, who's this? And then we see the Tron is for John Moxley! Well, he's not the Wild Thing anymore because I guess Tony Khan could not pay for the royalties for Wild Thing. But for one more time, they want the righty! The Vile Thing! You mean Vaughn? You mean Rick Vaughn? You mean Rick Vaughn, right? Yeah, he's Stu. Oh, okay. Let me tell you something, Vaughn. I'm gonna say this one time and one time only. Strike this motherfucker out! Pretty much that. So I guess Onita was like in his ear. Don't know we want Wild Thing is my team! We got Sushi. No. That is and always will be Onita's theme. So Moxley came out to his New Japan theme, Death Rider. So, okay. I guess that's going to be his theme going forward unless he changes it again. So anyway, he comes out and like, what the hell? We haven't seen this guy for like a few months. He's all serious. So Tony Baloney Schiavone gets in the ring, asks Mox, "Hey, we haven't seen you in a while. What are you doing here? How's it going?" Mox is like, "I'm doing a lot of thinking. So it's like I've done a lot of thinking and a lot of fucking, Renee, about things that need to get done. I'm here looking for a man who's not even here right now." And we're like, "What the hell are you talking about? Who? And he's like, "Darby Allin." I'm like, "Oh shit." So he's like, "Darby, you are nothing like me, but it's time that we had a little chitty chat." So anyway, somebody called Darby. "Hi guys, did somebody call me? Hi, it's Darby. I heard what Moxley had to say. I'll see him next week because I'm too busy in Seattle. I'm so emo. I'm gonna have an emo weekend with my family. I'm gonna jump off the top of buildings and almost kill myself for you guys because I love you all." I come from Seattle. Okay, we got that. Alright, so that's that. So Mox is looking for Darby. And, before even Mox left, he was supposed to turn heel. And, pretty much, he was supposed to go on a heel run, and then, I think he left for a little bit because he had an injury. Or something, I forgot what it was. Now, he's back, and I think this heel version of Mox is gonna go off like a bomb. And that's that. So, he goes to leave, and then he comes back. He's like, wait a minute, Tony Schiavone, I am not done. Get back here. There's something important I gotta tell you. He says, I know this might take some time to process there, Tony Schiavone. He's like, but this is not your company anymore. And everyone's like, what? Everybody's like, huh? What? Come on! What are we missing? Everybody online is like, what the fuck is he talking about? It's not your company? I think he was talking about the wrong Tony. Excalibur and Taz are like, what the fuck's going on? What is he talking about? And Tony Schiavone's like, he feared for his life, pretty much, when he got back to the commentary table. So, I mean, this is like, what happened? So, I'm hoping we find out something tonight on Rampage, or tomorrow night on Collision, but most likely Wednesday night, from Chicago, for Dynamite next week, or this coming week. And, later on, he finds Marina Shafir in the back, and they take out a bunch of security guards for no apparent reason. And Marina's like, you don't know me! So now it seems like Moxley and Marina Shafir are forming like a union, some type of faction maybe? I don't know. And a lot of people are saying that Shane McMahon's gonna appear. And everybody's like, oh, Shane's buying AEW. No. I could see Shane coming, but I don't think he's gonna be in the storyline. It'd be fun, but I'm kind of like, I'm interested. Like Roman. I'm interested. I want to see where this goes for this heel version of Mox. Maybe he's like, well, fuck the BCC. Fuck Koloff. Really, not literally, but really, fuck you, William Yuta. Fuck you, Bryan Danielson. And I guess now, fuck you, Pac. He's just like, I'm done. I'm out of here. I don't want to be with these guys. So now he's got Marina Shafir, and maybe more people might be joining him. I guess we'll have to see this weekend, and most likely on Wednesday Night Dynamite. That's that. Alright, so that was a confusing yet interesting, impressive story. Segment, I should say. And I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. So we're off and running on Dynamite! Let's get it. Alright, move on. Alright, then we go to the back with the incomparable Renee Paquette. She's with the conglomeration of the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion, the funky chicken himself, Mark Briscoe. Reach for the sky, boy! Jay Briscoe! Yes. Alright, so she's there with him, Kyle O'Reilly, Owner Parts, Tomohiro Ishii, also Freshly Squeezed Orange Juice, Orange Cassidy. She's also there with Will Nightingale, the resident fun girl, the CMLL Women's Champion, and she's also there with Send for the Man, Hook. Yeah, you get in here. So Hook, ladies and gentlemen, the new FTW champion. Alright, so they're all there, and Mark, as always, going completely berserk. Somebody get that guy a Snickers. Mark talks about how the team had mixed results at All In. And then Renee goes to Willow, who won the match, and can name the stipulation for her third match with Chris Statlander. And she picks a Chicago street fight, like I told you was going to happen. I said a street fight, some type of hardcore match. So that's going to happen at All Out. So that's match number 1. Already at All Out. Alright, and then Mark declares the word of the day to be I'm going to have a problem with this, indefatigable. Say that 5 times fast, because they cannot be fatigable. Indefatigable. Blah, bless you. Because they cannot be fatigued, and he's going berserk. Guys are not. Calm down, Mark. Calm down. I mean, take it easy. Lay off the Ritalin a little bit. Eat your Snickers, okay? Calm down. So then, they all leave, because Ishii has a match with the Hangman, Adam Page. And then Renee just looks at Orange Cassidy, just is like, I don't know. I'm fried. So that was a weird segment. 3 out of 5 stars. But we do know a new match for All Out. Chris Statlander taking on Willow Nightingale. I don't know if it's for the CMLL Women's Championship. I might. But it's going to be a Chicago street fight. I think Willow is going to get the win there. Even though she's from New York. Well, both of them from New York. Because they wrestled in Creative Pro. So, among other federations. Blah, 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 blah. So 3 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, then we go to Tomohiro Ishii versus the Hangman, Adam Page, about to do some cowboy shit. This match went way too long. 17 minutes almost. Back and forth they went. And basically, they were no-selling each other for a while. And I was like, this is boring. But finally, we get some moves in. We got an exchange of clotheslines, a Death Valley driver, which really didn't go anywhere. Ishii tries for the bling basa, but the Hangman hits him in the face, sends him flying with a released German suplex, but Ishii gets right back up. And we get a jumping dead eye, ow, then a hard clothesline gets a near fall, back up again, a bunch of clotheslines, and then the Hangman hits the dead eye once again to Ishii. And then goes outside, hits the buckshot lariat. 1, 2, 3 in under 17 minutes. The Hangman, Adam Page, gets the win. Match itself, not so great, Al. 2.25 out of 5 stars. But then, here comes the aftermath. Out comes Swerve. Well, he's not dancing this time because he is pissed. I mean, Nana too. He's barely even doing the dance. So Swerve comes out with a purpose. Says, Hangman, you threw a temper tantrum at All In because you keep getting further and further from success. It's like how dare you get involved in my title match with Danielson? Said this will always be my house because you have always failed. And then Adam Page's like, oh, I'm a failure. You lost your belt. And he's like, Swerve, you are not a champion because you're a piece of shit who can never beat him on his own. And he mentions the last 2 times. He says, I was like, oh, you won with, help from your little group and everything, the Mogul Embassy. And the second time was by Brian Cage and this and that. So, and then that whole time limit draw before they got to Samoa Joe for the world title at Dynasty. So Adam Page is like, Swerve, I want you one more time, meaning number 4. And I told you this was gonna happen. Swerve's like, all right, you want to do this? It's like, I came into your house, you couldn't do anything, and now you're gonna be in my house and this and that. So basically, he challenges the Hangman to a 15 feet tall steel cage match, brother. Yep. I was like, well, they can't do hardcore matches anymore. I mean, they did Lights Out at Full Gear. Then they had that the second match, which was a time limit draw. Then the third match, the second match, basically it was barbaric and pretty much Swerve kicked his ass. And then now this is the 4th match, and now it's going to be inside of a steel cage. So that match is now official for All Out. So that's 2 matches on the card. Alright, so Swerve brings up Revolution, and how he went up to Page's house the morning that you cost him the world title. Damn. And he was like, that morning I saw you, Hangman, escort your pregnant wife down the stairs. I'm like, oh, here we go. Now, breaking out the family card again. And he was like, so he was like, that was when you were about to become a father for the 2nd time. That was the man, that you were supposed to become. But it made me realize, I needed to focus not on you, but getting my world title back, which will happen again, probably next year. And Swerve's like, you can't do anything because you're too obsessed with me. And he's like, inside that cage, what kind of man am I gonna get? What kind of man are you gonna be? Oh, what kind of man are you gonna show your kids that you can be? Strong words there. So Paige is like, fuck! And he goes out like a little fucking pussy and leaves in disgust. So the Hangman needs to stop being such a pussy and fight for his family. And I think he will. This match is going to be bloody as fuck inside that cage. I wouldn't be surprised if we get some weapons. I don't know what kind of weapons, but I mean, we'll see. You gotta give Paige the win here. He has to win this match. And probably end this feud for good. Excuse me. And, we'll see what happens with that. So we move on. Alright. Moving along. Alright, then we get a little cool down period. We have the ladies of AEW. We have the returning Becky Lynch. No, I mean Jamie Hayter. Because she's basically, everybody on Twitter on Wednesday night were like tweeting out Becky join. I was like, what's Becky doing on AEW Dynamite? Because she has the same hair as Becky. So Becky, if you're coming back to WWE, you might want to change your hair. Just saying. Alright, so we got Jamie Hayter taking on Harley Cameron with Paige at ringside. This match didn't even last that long. 3 fucking minutes. Did I say 3 minutes? Anyway, basically, Paige didn't do anything, just stood there, as she just stood there to see her protege, her bestie, getting the shit beat out of her. Because Jamie Hayter hit soul food into some Irish curse backbreakers, and then a big lariato. 1, 2, 3. So she didn't really hit Haterade or anything like that, but she takes care of Harley Cameron pretty easily. And I think either this weekend or next week they're gonna announce that the match that we all want to see, Jamie Hayter versus Paige at All Out. And I think Jamie Hayter's gonna send Paige bye-bye, because Paige's contract is pretty much up. So, and she might be going back to the WWE soon for one final run. Who knows? Who knows? Who cares? That's it. Alright, so I give that 2.25 out of 5 stars. And we move on. Alright, then we go to the back with Renee Paquette once again. She's with the Jericho Vortex of Brian Keith, the bounty hunter, Big Cass. And he's also there with the former FTW champion, Chris Jericho. Hi, guys! Anyway, he's there also with Roddy Strong. We're going to have a all-star 8-man tag team match coming up later. So all ready for the match. Big Cass kind of understands that the fans don't like him as much as they did in Cardiff. Well, he's in the States now. Jericho takes credit for Hook winning the FTW title. And Roddy, who's in glasses, like, Chris! Is glad to be in the Jericho Vortex, even for one night. And Jericho then goes, hey, I haven't forgotten, Orange Cassidy. You know, you ruined my $7,000 jacket a couple years ago before that, remember that, Mimosa match that was retarded? Oh. Well, at least it was better than that exploding ring match. Oh, yeah, I went there. So we get that. So we're all ready for the 8-man tag, and that's that. So 3 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, then we bring out Maxwell Jacob Fartknocker, the former American champion. Comes out with a lot of adhesive tape on his neck. Because basically he got his neck destroyed thanks to Will Ocean Spray and his Tiger Driver 91. He's like, I don't need you guys to, pipe down because I got a humongous headache. Get that man extra strength Excedrin, number 95. I got a headache this big, but I took Excedrin and it's gone. Damn, I gotta do more commercials. Anyway, he's like, I don't want to hear from you fans, I got a headache. And then he renounces, I don't know why he did this, he renounces his American citizenship, but I will always have love and respect for the greatest place in the world, Plainview, Long Island, which is a shithole. Sorry, Max, gotta be real. Anyway, then he accuses Ocean Spray of cheating to beat him. No. And then he promises to beat him again with a smile on his face. Anyway, so he's yelling and screaming into the camera now. That brings out Daniel Garcia, who jumps him from behind, tries to hit a pile driver from the middle rope. That don't work because, one set of security guards came out. Then Christopher Daniels comes out to stop all this madness with more security guards. And then Garcia gets on the mic and says, hey, Max, I was the one who stole the Dynamite Diamond Ring, and I basically pawned it. They get a flight to England. And Max is going berserk, like, why'd you do that? So, Max says, ruining your life, Daniel, is now my fetish. That's a little bit weird there, dude. And, now he Daniel said, you ruined my life, now it's my fetish, or, I don't know what he was talking about. Now, Max, I want you at All Out. So that's another match we got. So we got Willow and Statlander. We got Swerve and Hangman in a cage. And now we got MJF and Garcia. We have Pac, versus Ocean Spray for the Intercontinental title. So that was announced as well on the show. It's 4. And we got a world title match. So that's 5 matches already announced. And we're only a week away from the pay-per-view. So you know what that means. We're going to get like 5 more matches this weekend and next week. And then at 0 hour, which is going to start at probably like 6 o'clock, 6:30, who knows. Probably like 6 more matches. You know, and it is what it is. You know, I gotta agree with the Lexman, you know, just Alex. He did a video talking about that All Out shouldn't even be happening 2 weeks apart. It should be like later in the year. I agree. Get rid of All Out. Just get rid of it. Just have All In August. And now it's coming in July next year. So, if they want to bring in All Out next year, yeah, put it in September. Right after Forbidden Door. But not like a week or 2 later. Do it at the end of September. Not Labor Day weekend like they always do. Well, this year's not happening after, not happening till after next weekend. Because of football reasons. Even though they're going head-to-head with freaking college football games next weekend. Dumb. But yeah, I think All Out. You can't have All In and All Out together. You can't. Not a week or 2 apart. You gotta have, if you want All Out, you do what WWE does. Have it a month later, so you can build up the storylines more. I know it's pretty much All Out is like a rematches anyway, most of it. But I don't know. But anyway, so Garcia's like, I want you at All Out. MJF's like, I'm in. So the transition basically, so when Max came back and then he's all happy, the scumbag is back and everything. He helps, he's helping Ocean. He had a great match with Ocean Spray to get the belt, and then pretty much bloodied up Ocean Spray. Then he bloodied up Kyle Fletcher, and he busted open Garcia. And I was thinking, yeah, Garcia's definitely gonna get revenge at All In, which he did. And now they're going to have the match at All Out. So there you go. So they kind of transitioned a little bit too quickly, maybe. But, this is going to be barbaric. I think it's going to be violent. I think Garcia's going to win the match. I don't know what's going to happen with Max going forward now. So I think now he's just like, I was like, all right, we'll give you the Intercontinental title. You'll become this fake Hulk Hogan guy, being a real American. Come on, almost like Lex Luger almost. You'll be a patriot and everything. You're gonna hold the title for about a month or so and then lose it back to Ocean Spray. So transitional champion, which I didn't like, but it is what it is. Let me get that. All right, then we're gonna look back at Ricochet's debut at All In, which didn't go that well. And we get that. Alright, then we get to the All-Star 8-man tag team match, which was crazy as it was. It was crazy as shit, as Jake Briscoe would say. But we're getting to the end, and Jericho was in control, and he's stopping midway, going, "Hi guys!" and the fans going, "Hi guys! Bye guys!" That was funny. I think the fans are starting to get into this, hi guys gimmick from Jericho. That's funny. Roddy hits the Fireman's Carry Gutbuster on Hook. Gets knocked to the outside by Kyle O'Reilly. Orange Cassidy with a big flippy dippity-doo into Brian Keith. And then Mark Briscoe hits that big step-up flippy dippity-doo, knocking basically everybody out. And then, in the ring, and then we get back in the ring. Hook locks in the Kata Hajime on Roddy, but Roddy had his foot on the rope, and Arby Edwards, what are you looking at? Calls for the bell, because Roddy's tapping, and she jumped over his freaking leg. How do you miss that? I just think the finish was just bad, so it brought my rating way down. So I'm giving this match 2.25 out of 5 stars because it was good, but the finish was horrible. And then after the match, Roddy hits the high knee on the hook as I'm Matt Taven and Michael Kanellis-Bennett come out. They beat down Hook 3-on-1, and then Roddy picks up the FTW title. So I guess you know what that means. Another match is going to be added, and that's going to be Hook defending the FTW title against Roddy. You think Roddy's going to win? Probably not. And that's it. But that finish just pissed me off. How do you miss a guy's leg on a rope? There, Aubrey Edwards. Same. You get that. Alright, then we go to somewhere in the back, some room, where we see the CEO. Let it rain and clear it out. Let it rain and clear it out. Chicken noodle soup. Chicken noodle soup. With salt on the side. Anyway, that's basically the dance that Mercedes is doing, is the chicken noodle soup dance. But anyway, she is looking hot with another hottie, Camille. So they're there. Mercedes is celebrating her big victory over Dr. Britt Baker. Say it with me now. DMD. Baby, retaining her TBS championship. Tonight is Capital Collision from New Japan Strong. So she's going to be defending that New Japan Strong women's title against I don't know who. So they're there celebrating, and then Private Party comes in, Mark Quinn and Brother Zay. Can I get a? Alright. So Mark Quinn tries his best and fails to hit on Mercedes, but Camille stops that, and then Kada, the Continental Denny's IHOP breakfast champion. He comes in, cuts them off. I think he has a thing for Mercedes, even though he's a married man. So anyway, Mercedes like, Okada-san, how do you say bye beach in Japanese? So he whispers in her ear, probably licking her earlobe. That. And then she whispers in her ear, and then she says, oh, right, sayonara, bitch. So then, Private Party goes bye-bye. I'm like, okay. Man, Okada likes that he really has an infatuation with Mercedes. I don't mind either, man, come on. I mean, he wants that hot piece of ish. Hey, get in the back of the line. She's my 5th wife, so get way back in the line, bitch. Don't worry, we'll go to Applebee's or we'll talk about it later. Yeah, Okada-san. That's that. Alright, so I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then we have Tony Maloney on the stage, and he brings out the new AEW Women's Champion. Oh, yes. My girl, Mariah May, coming out in a black robe. I wonder what's under that. Is she wearing nothing or is she wearing something? In my case, she'd be wearing nothing. But anyway, comes out for a chat. But her title celebration has been postponed because, well, I don't want to do it in this crappy town. Especially in this arena, the State Farm Arena in Champaign, Illinois, outside of Chicago. So she's like, this town is called Champaign, but it should be renamed Flat Piss Warm Beer. And then they cut to people in the crowd, like 20-something-year-old kids. What do you mean the beer? I love the warm piss. I bet. But anyway. And then she's like, I just want to say that I am your new AEW Women's Champion, Mariah May. Then she opens her robe really slowly. And Tony Schiavone's getting a hard on. Yeah, you do that for Britt Baker, now you're doing it for Mariah May? You simp. And so she opens her robe, has a nice Yeah, she has the title around her gorgeous, sexy waist, and she's pretty much dressed in lingerie almost. And that's all I gotta say about that. Scrumptious, yummy, yummy, yummy. Get in my tummy. And that's all I gotta say about that. Alright, so I get a 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we see a clip after All In, where the corporate bucks, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson, retain over FTR and The Acclaimed. So we get a video, and as we saw at the end of that match, we saw the grizzled young veterans, Gibson and Craig, making their, well, sort of comeback, but a hometown comeback. The fans are going nuts for them. So we see a video from them, basically threatening the Young Bucks who come in, and they got the porn stashes back again, because if you notice, Nick Jackson has that big porn stash on now. He needs to cut that shit. I'll leave it on Matthew, but Nicholas, you might need to cut that manly beard. But I mean, you guys are not even 40 yet, and you got beards because they were man, but you're not 40. You know, I'm 47. I got a beard. Look at that. Not coming in. You can see it coming in again. I am going to be cutting it this weekend, so probably tomorrow, because I want to look good for September and everything. But in the late days, especially I got a concert coming up in 3 weeks from tomorrow. Doing the gig, my friends. I'm going to be singing my ass off. Just some good old Isley Brothers tunes. No. You wish I knew it was. It's not karaoke either. It's just a live concert. I'm not kidding. So I gotta get ready. Next week. I gotta prep. I got rehearsals. I got everything. It's gonna be insane. But I will be there, singing my ass off. Not playing because I wasn't asked. I have to get my guitar fixed too, but I can do that at the studio, which is right around the corner from me. So it is what it is. But anyway, the grizzled young veterans threaten the Bucks, and the Bucks like, you guys. We're not intimidated. And then we go to a live video from Gibson and Drake, who are not even impressed with the Bucks either, but they're ready to show what they can do on Rampage, as they're going to be taking on the Outrunners, Turbo Floyd, and Truth Magnum. So that should be fun tonight. See the grizzled young veterans. And we are your soon-to-be AEW World Tag Team titles, because we have true grit. Or something like that. Or, no, we're gonna make you grit your teeth. Something like that. I might have messed it up, so whatever. And so we got that. So, thankfully, Tony Khan did the right thing and signed the Grizzled Young Veterans to the tag team division. Albeit they're gonna be they're back, but I think their first match was on Rampage. I could be wrong. Maybe it was on Collision. But in any case, they're back. They're facing, mediocre talent like the Outrunners. But they should win that match with Grit Your Teeth or whatever their move is. They should win that match tonight. Easy. That's that. Moving on. Alright, then we gotta look at Takeshita in the G1 this year, which he did pretty damn well in. Didn't win, obviously, because we know Zack Sabre Jr. won the G1, beating Tsuji, I believe. So he's going on. He's got the briefcase now. He's going on to Wrestle Kingdom 19 in January to face whoever is the champ by then. Might be Naito. Might be somebody else. But we got a lot of New Japan stuff coming your way. Later this month, we got, what we got? No, we had Don Taco already. We got, I can't think of the name. We got, Power Struggle coming up, I believe. In September, October, we got the Junior Tag League coming up, tournament. We got the Super Tag League tournament. We got a couple other shows in between. And then, January the 4th, Wrestle Kingdom 19 at 3 a.m. here in the States. And then we got Wrestling Dynasty the night after that at 11 o'clock, which is like Sunday night. Sunday night, for that. And then pretty much night 3 is New Year's Dash. That's going to be on Monday night. Like late Monday night. So it's going to be insane in Japan. Coming up in January. And I hope to see... I will most likely... Yeah, I probably will be seeing all of those shows. I'm definitely seeing Wrestle Kingdom. Definitely doing a review for that. Definitely doing a review for Wrestling Dynasty. And then, well, pretty much Raw is going to be pretty much on the back burner for a couple of days. So I'm going to be... Well, first I'm going to be dead tired. Staying up to like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning watching Wrestle Kingdom 19. Then, I got to, do whatever I got to do the day before Wrestling Dynasty, night 2 basically. So I don't know if I'm gonna go out early and come home early. I'll go out to Sunday lunch instead of Sunday dinner with my with the family and the missus, and then just come home early. Come home and just take the bus or the cab home early. Have a little nap. Get up at 11, watch Wrestling Dynasty, by myself or with, if Issa does it or who knows. That should be fun. Coming up in January. Moving on. So, we still have to catch the great performance in the G1. That's it. Alright, then we go to Kyle Fletcher with Don Callis at ringside taking on Rick O'Shit. In his, not debut match, but his Dynamite debut, was a pretty good match, 12-minute match. Fletcher hits a running knee to face, Ricochet just shrugs that off, and hits Vertigo, which is a brand new move, it's a reverse inverted DDT. So, 1, 2, 3 beats Kyle Fletcher, pretty good match, 3 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, Will Ospreay comes out for a stand-on with Ricochet. I'm like, oh, here we go. This might happen not gonna happen. I doubt it's gonna happen at All Out, but it might happen at Wrestle Dream. Then again, it could happen at Full Gear. I would rather do it at Full Gear or at World's End in December. But so anyway, Ospreay comes out. They have a stare down, and then that bastard Pac comes from behind with a nasty Poison Rana on the stage. Ow! And then Pac tells Ricochet to go to the back of the line because I got my title shot and I'm going to use my title shot at All Out. And that's pretty much it. So that match is going to be exciting too next Saturday night. Alright, then like I mentioned before, Moxley starts yelling at the security guards. Miniature Fear beats them up. Moxley's like, we need lessons in humility around here. So I don't know what that situation is about. And that's it. Alright, then we go to the final segment of the night. The celebration for the new AEW World Heavyweight Champion, Bryan Danielson. Yes! Comes out to his regular stupid music. No final countdown again this time. No, Tony Khan ain't gonna pay double to royalties to Europe. But it is what it is. So, Danielson says, my daughter was happy, which may have been due to being on a double-decker Peppa Pig tour bus. You get those good tour buses, with all the amenities and shit. I want one of those. I want to go on In This Moment's double-decker tour bus, but I digress. Anyway, so he's like, seeing my peers so happy for me was the greatest moment of my career. But then I went to the press event, and then the reality set in, is that my contract expired about a week or so ago. My neck needs to get fixed again, and basically my entire family wants me home. Bree, Buddy, and Birdie, they all want me home for good. So Danielson thanks everyone who helped make the company great, even the Young Bucks and everything, and looked at everyone who will wrestle here in the future. And he's like, well, it's probably time to go home now. But not yet, because he basically does his Wolf of Wall Street impersonation. I'm not fucking leaving! So he's like, I'm going to fight for the belt as much as I can, and there are a lot of heads to kick in. So he issues an open challenge. Says, I know there's a lot of hungry guys back there. So first come, first serve. You get your title shot. And then of all people, the TNT champion, the scapegoat, Real Glass, Mr. Jack Perry comes on the screen after beating Darby in the coffin match to retain the belt. So he says, I'm making my own future and I'm going to take you out, Danielson. And that was it. And then and then he says, Danielson gets on the mic and says, my future is behind him. Well, you should have looked behind you because Jack Perry comes from behind and beats the ever-living shit out of him. And then he picks up the belts like he's Jesus with both belts like Roman almost. But you're not Roman, of course. So that's it. That ends the show. So now we got another match. I believe this is 6 matches on the show. Hey, Tony Khan, easy now. Booked 6 matches a week before the pay-per-view. That's not bad. But anyway, so that's it. So we got Danielson defending the world title against the TNT champion, Jack fucking Perry. It should be a good match. I think they're gonna make Danielson win because he's gonna have to fight the winner of the Grand Slam tournament, because that's coming up at the end of September. So the winner of that will face Danielson at Wrestle Dream in Tacoma, Washington. So I think Swerve might win that. Maybe Darby, because he's from Seattle too. And Darby's supposed to be going on a world title push, so they might give Darby the belt at Wrestle Dream. I don't think so, but you never know. Then he'd probably lose it to somebody like Moxley, maybe. But let's see what happens over the next couple weeks. But Danielson and Jack Perry, I think, will be a great match. You know, we see some blood, most likely. And you know, Jack Perry's going to do anything he can to pretty much cripple Danielson for good. I think Danielson's only got a handful of people he actually wants to fight before he ends it. Well, he's not going to be Okada, hopefully not, because Okada will kill him. I think one match is Jack Perry. I think he has to have a match maybe with Claudio. Maybe a match with, I'd like to see him have a match with Ricochet, but I don't know. But he already had epic matches with Ocean Spray, so that might be out the window. Kenny, that's out the window, because Kenny, I don't know what Kenny's ever coming back. I don't know. That's the only couple names I can think of, is pretty much Ricochet, maybe Daniel Garcia. You know, maybe they go the MJF route again. I don't know. But his final match, I think it's going to be at World's End, and that's going to be, you know, pretty much when his career goes bye-bye. It's done. He's going to go out off into the sunset, be with Brie, be with his kids, be a family man, but I know it's going to bore him half to death. But, you know, because he lives, breathes, and sleeps wrestling, so I think after this neck surgery again, which probably the doctor's like, you're not going back. Ever. You're not going to go back, because you do this again, you're going to either die in the ring, or you're going to be paralyzed in the ring. So, but I do see, Danielson's going to be an ambassador like Sting is, so he'll be on maybe once, twice a year, who knows, maybe at the real big shows like Double or Nothing, maybe All In, maybe Forbidden Door, you know. So he'll still be in AEW per se, but not wrestling, obviously, because he'll have the itch, and they're like, all right, one more match, and then the kid's like, no, we told you no, Daddy, no more. Like I was like, you're 10 years old. Let Daddy do his job. But that's all I gotta say about that. Alright, so that's pretty much it. So we'll see what happens this weekend with Rampage and Collision. More storyline progression as we get to All Out Week this coming Wednesday night from Chicago, Illinois at the Wintrust Arena. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say about that. Then after we're done with All Out, we got to go to Grand Slam at Arthur Ashe Hall Stadium in Queens, New York City. And then after that, we're on the road back out west for Wrestle Dream 2. And see what happens with that. Alright guys, so Dynamite wasn't a bad show, but I'm still going to give it a 7 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you guys think of the show down below. And that's all I got to say about that. Alright guys, I'm going to do a couple more videos and I'm going to get ready for SmackDown later tonight in about 3 hours. So I'm going to try to get at least 1, maybe 2 videos up before then. But we'll see what happens with that. So alright guys, I am out of here. Thanks for watching, and as Chris Jericho would say, bye guys! Bye guys! See you next time. Peace!